joining us. We might have a few more people that will join us in the next couple of minutes while I do the introduction. So welcome again to this Friday Meet and Connect session. I'm Isabel van der Heeren. I'm the lead for Transformation in Children's Services. And we are joined today by Corinne, who is part of the health visiting team and will tell us all about health visitors and what they provide in Walsall and go through the service. Just as usual, some practicalities. So today's session is being recorded. So if people can switch off their microphones and also their video cameras, because obviously just the people that facilitate you will see, and it'll make sure that there's no interference when you switch off your mic as well. So sessions being recorded, that means if you want to go back to hear about the information that Corinne's provided today, you can. You will get a link to that on the Safeguarding Partnership board, and you will also get after today's session, you will get the PowerPoint presentation sent out to you after today's session. So there's no need for you to make notes or think, oh, I didn't quite catch that, because you can either re-listen to it and you will get the information straight after today's session. You can interact with us today through using the chat function. So if you've got any questions about Corinne's presentation today, then give us a shout out in the chat function, or post your question there, and then we'll pick that up with Corinne at the end of the session. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say is you'll also get an evaluation. Really important that you take a couple of minutes to fill that in, just to understand how you found the information provided during today's session and to inform what future sessions may look like. So welcome Corinne, over to you. Tell us all about the health visiting team and the wonderful services you provide.
Okay, my name's Corinne Price. I'm a health visitor, but I'm acting clinical lead within the service at the moment. I've put together this presentation, and hopefully it'll answer any questions or queries of the service that we offer within Walsall. Okay, Kerry, you can put the next slide on. Okay, so this is just a bit of an introduction of what the health service is. It supports and educates families during pregnancy and until the child attends reception class. We deliver the Healthy Child Programme 0 to 5 years. The structure of the service, so within teams, it's made up of health visitors, and it is supported by nursery nurses within each team. We all work together to assess, identify and support families by developing appropriate programmes to help give each child the best start in life. As health visitors, we are trying to recognise risk factors, triggers of concern and signs of abuse and neglect in children. Okay, Kerry. Our service uses the 4-5-6 model, which is an evidence-based framework. The school nurses also use the model from 5 to 19 years, and the model we follow is 0 to 5 years. And the aim of the model is to maximise the contribution and have a significant positive impact on the health and well-being and improving outcomes for children. So you can see with the model, I've got the diagram there, but I will go through each section in the coming slides. So if you could put the next slide on, please, Kerry. Okay, so the 4-5-6 model. So firstly, 4 is the 4 levels of service that we offer as health visitors. We have a broad knowledge of the community needs and resources available within the local communities in which we serve. We empower families within the community to maximise the resources available. And I do feel that we do get on board with and support the community resources in the delivery of support that they can offer to families. The second level of intervention is the universal level, and every child is offered a universal level within Walsall. And there's 5 mandated contacts during that with this level of service, which I'll go through next in the 5 key contacts. Universal plus level of provision. This is where we identify families that may require additional support. So what we will do, we will assess a family's need, and we'll put together a plan of sort of what sort of support they need, and we'll coordinate and deliver that support. And this is usually, as it can be, signposting to other agencies, but we are the key provider of support with the Universal Plus package. So it may be maternal mental health support, if there's issues with parenting, or families need support with behaviour management, boundaries, and it may be those more vulnerable families who are at more risk of poorer outcomes, and so having that additional support in place for them, and obviously children who may have additional health needs. The 4th level of service is the Universal Partnership Plus level, and we work in partnership obviously with parents, but also other agencies to provide intensive multi-agency targeted support packages. And it may be that there are very complex health or safeguarding needs. Okay, Kerry. The 5 mandated health reviews that all children receive, I will go through those, but I will inform you that we're at the moment doing a phased return to the health visiting service. And I will try and let you know what we're doing with each level of service at the moment. With this initial phase, it's a free. It's going back to what we were offering before. We're doing in 3 stages. So I'll let you know what we're doing with each one as I go through. So antenatal contact. This is from 28 weeks of pregnancy. We have contact. Ideally, we would like to see and make that initial contact between the weeks 28 and 32 weeks. But we can see expectant parents right up to when baby delivers. It's a promotional interviewing technique and guidance technique that we utilise, and we discuss with parents their emotional preparation for the birth, their relationship that they have with unborn baby, and the expectations, their feelings, or their worries that they may have being expectant parents, care of baby, as I slightly mentioned, that in regards to the relationship, the parenting and attachment. So is there attachment there during pregnancy? And we will also explore if there are any sort of potential concerns, or if there is any additional support that parents may need, or parents are currently having. And we do promote the fathers are on board with this contact as well, to get dads involved, if dad is involved during pregnancy. At the moment, with the phase 1, the antenatal contact, unless there is a concern identified. So it may be that, because we do believe quite closely with midwives, and we are fortunate that we can access the system that they use, so we can see sort of the involvement they've got, or if there are any concerns. But if there are concerns, we will offer a face-to-face contact with this phase 1 of the Restart programme. If parents have got reservations about seeing us face to face, then obviously we've got to respect that. But we would still continue to liaise with other agencies, so certainly the midwife, or if there's additional agencies involved. Anyone that's deemed low risk and there's no medical or social risk factors, we're conducting those contacts via telephone or AccuRx as well, which is the virtual network that we can use, that we've got access to. The second mandated review is the new birth review, and we tend to do this contact between day 10 and 14, but if there is a need or if circumstances, because it's quite a tight time frame, we have seen children, at day 10 or potentially day 8. During this contact, lots of information sharing with parents, lots and lots. We provide advice, information and support. We discuss infant feeding, health promotion. We discussed how baby's doing at that contact. We discuss health protection such as immunisations and safe sleeping, and we inform parents of safe sleeping guidelines. We discuss with mum's birth experience. We discuss parenting, brain development, and we always ask parents if they've got any issues and concerns, any questions at all, and we try and answer those. We review baby's health and growth at that point. So it might not necessarily mean that we weigh them if a midwife went out that day, but if the midwife did, we would review the growth and just see how they're doing all round the health. We discuss the Healthy Child programme and inform parents what to expect from us as a health visiting service. We share our contact details, so they've got that point of contact. We also share the Walsall Healthy Child app to pinpoint them in the direction if they need any additional support or advice. And we explore sort of how mum's feeling, what sort of support she's got, whether it's from partner or family, how the relationship with parents is, and we would ask only that if it was safe to do so, and we would inquire about what sort of involvement, if there's any historic children's services involvement or any current children's service involvement, and we discuss information sharing and consent as well, just to inform parents that they're part of this partnership, but if we have got concerns, we would inform them and we would escalate if needed. The new birth visit during this restart phase is a visit that we are doing face to face. We're going in clients' homes, obviously following doing a COVID risk assessment if it's safe to do so, giving guidelines to parents in regards to is it safe to socially distance, minimise the number of people within the property. We are prioritising first-time parents for face-to-face contacts, and also parents that are maybe deemed at about children that may be deemed at higher risk. So it may be that there is some sort of involvement from children's services. Subsequent births, such as parents who've got other children and they're quite confident, we will do that contact virtually or via telephone. In regards to preterm babies, we're offering that contact at the moment via telephone. We're not at present sort of visiting baby and parent on the neonatal unit as we were. The third contact that we do is the 6 to 8 week check, which can be confused by the GP's check, so some parents get quite confused. But we go out, and the ideal time is before they see the GP, and the reason being is that when they do visit the GPs, that we've got a good record. We've got a record of their growth. And also if there's been any concerns identified. During this contact, we do record baby's feeding status, we explore general progress, and we continue to deliver key messages about parenting and health. We will discuss diet, and some parents, a lot of parents at this point, will inquire in regards to introduction to solids, and we discuss safety. We reiterate safe sleeping guidelines, and we discuss playing appropriate activities for babies and encouraging parents to continue to stimulate and talk to the babies. And we'll explore how they're developing as well. So is baby smiling? As yet, is baby vocalizing? And that is a good opportunity to sort of, discuss the parent-child interaction and the response babies, why baby's responding like that, and how positive it is that interaction, takes place. As I said, we measure baby's weight and length, and we distribute at that point the book start pack. We also review maternal mental health, because usually at this point they've got a baby 6-7 weeks old. If there's a partner who's returned back to work, they've had weeks and weeks of sort of interrupted sleep, and it can be that a time when mothers may be feeling more vulnerable, more emotional. So we will explore the maternal mental health, and as I said, if it's safe to do so, we will explore parental relationship, support in place, and if needed, we'll signpost and discuss additional services that may be available. The 6 to 8 week check during the Restart programme, we're offering all parents a face-to-face contact. We felt whether that would be within the home environment or whether it would be within the clinic environment. We felt the 6 to 8 week check was really important, that we saw all parents, because we hadn't seen them during the new birth. They'd seen the midwife, it may have been limited contact. So we felt that they've gone 6-7 weeks without seeing a professional face-to-face, so we felt it was really important. Obviously, Well Baby Clinics is something that we were offering pre-COVID. Those at present have stopped. So parents are worried about baby's growth, and it gives us the opportunity to monitor and record their growth. The fourth contact that we have with the mandated reviews is the 9 to 12 month check. and that is a developmental review that we complete using the ages and stages questionnaire. We do encourage parents to complete the questionnaire. It may be prior to us attending, or it may be that we provide it there and then, and we do like to interact with the children to see how they're doing developmentally. And the areas that we're looking at with those ages and stages questionnaire are, we're looking at gross motor development, we're looking at fine motor development, we're looking at communication, problem solving skills, and personal and social skills. We also conduct a growth measurement, which is height and weight. We continue to discuss health promotion and health protection. And it may be at this time that parents are, seeking more support in regards to behaviour. So it may be that little one's not sleeping as well, so they need some sleep advice. They're a bit worried about their diet. So we offer that space for that advice and that support to be given at that time. We do explore maternal mental health at that point, and also, if it's safe to do so, parental relationship and what support families might be having that may be in place, or support that they may need to be put into place. In regards to the Restart programme, the 9 to 12 month checks we are doing over the telephone at the moment. There's no plan at present to restart those face to face. The final mandated review that we do is the 2 to 2.5 year check, and that is using the ages and stages questionnaire again, for the same areas of development that we do look at. The ages and stages questionnaires are age appropriate. So if a child is exactly 2, we will do a 24-month assessment, because some parents will get worried if they're approaching 2.5 and they haven't heard of us. We can adjust those, so there are questionnaires for 30-month questionnaires. So all those questionnaires are age appropriate for milestones. We also do a social and emotional questionnaire at this point, which we discuss with parents to see how little one's doing emotionally. It speaks for itself, and socially, if there's any behavioural concerns that may be flagged or anything like that. And it is scored as well, the social and emotional questionnaires. We do a graph measurement of height and weight, and we also do the BMI measurement. If necessary, if indicated, if it is high BMI, following consent from parents, we will refer to super wiggles. And obviously at that time, if a child has got a high BMI, we would certainly be discussing diet at that point, and sort of what's the one eating, portion size, things like that. As I say, health promotion and health protection advice continues. We offer parenting or behaviour advice, so it may be that at this time that parents are reporting the little ones having tantrums, so we will give advice, and if needs be, additional support if they need it. And we utilise the Soliol approach in the advice that we do give. We discuss nursery provision as well during this contact, and we do promote the time to start provision and signpost accordingly. We review how mum's feeling and if it's safe to do so. We explore the relationship between parents and inquire what sort of additional support services are in place. We will stress to parents this is the last key contact that we're doing until a child goes to reception class, and then obviously they fall under the umbrella of school health, but we do reiterate to parents, if they have got concerns, to contact us. You know, we're available up until the child starts school. The 2 to 2.5 year check is also a check that we haven't restarted face to face at present. They continue to be done either virtually or over the telephone at the moment. But hopefully that may be second start of a restart program. We'll be looking at seeing those children face to face, because we're very much aware we need to be doing the weight measurement, but also it is the last key contact that we do as health visitors. Okay, Kerry, I'm very mindful. I'm taking up the time. The 6 high impact areas that we cover, and the high impact areas have been developed to improve outcomes for children, young people and families. And obviously, as you all know, they are based on evidence of where these services can have significant impact. So parenthood and early weeks, this is the first high impact area that we work with. And that is, we're achieving that with the delivery of the HCP antenatal contact. I know previously that there has been a trial in which an antenatal parenting group was set up. The second high impact area is maternal mental health. So as health visitors, we assess and review maternal mental health with all key contacts, and if a family is at a higher level, we would continue to review that at contacts. The provision that we can offer are listening visits, and we use a motivational interviewing technique. We do signpost, and we do refer to additional services that are available for parents. Breastfeeding is the third high impact area. As health visitors, we do provide support on and advice in regards to breastfeeding and promoting breastfeeding, and we have an initial discussion in antenatal. Certainly at the new birth contact, we will discuss breastfeeding, and it may be at this time that parents may be struggling, so we will give advice and explore how baby's feeding, the latching on, parents' awareness of breastfeeding and those stages of breastfeeding. There is a specialist infant feeding service within health visitors, and we can refer and signpost parents to that service who will give specialist advice and support. The healthy weight high impact area, we monitor growth, and we do refer to additional services such as super wiggles. We continually offer healthy eating advice and support to parents. The fifth high impact area is the minor illness and accidents. We provide home safety advice and accident prevention advice. We signpost to appropriate health provider, and we have got a traffic light card that we provide to parents at the new birth to sort of show them when and where to seek the appropriate support, health support and advice. We will offer advice in regards to minor illnesses, and we have got a number of V300 prescribers within the service, as well as V100 prescribers. So if we can offer, if they do need a prescription of some sort, rather than flagging back to the GP, as long as we are competent and safe to do so, we can offer that. And within the service, there was a Healthy Child app developed, and we promote that Healthy Child app. We promote that at the new birth visit, and we encourage parents to download the app for further advice. The sixth high impact area is healthy 2-year-olds and getting ready for school. So obviously we've got the 2 to 2.5 year developmental assessment, and we do encourage health visitors to complete the integrated review with nursery providers. We continuously promote nursery and time to start provision, and we have had a programme of Ready Steady School as well within the health visiting service. Okay, Kerry, I'll just run through now because I'm mindful of time. The next slide, that's it, thank you. The health visiting support that we do offer. So as health visitors, we do lots of referrals to different agencies, to whether it's other health agencies such as speech and language therapies. We arrange access to support groups, and we signpost parents to support groups and other services that may be available. We offer ongoing practical support for parents. So a nursery nurse may do play sessions with parents. We'll offer advice utilising the Solihull approach. We signpost agencies, as I've just mentioned, in regards to if there's housing issues, if there's issues with benefits, in regard to education and training for parents. As I said, the Solihull approach is what we utilise for behaviour management, but we also deliver the parenting programmes. They are on hold at the moment due to COVID. So the Understanding Your Child and the Understanding Me Solihull parenting programme, we do offer that. And we have got nursery nurses within the service that engage with early year providers by delivering the Fun Friends programme, which is aimed at empowering a child's resilience. In regards to the early help support that we offer as health visitors, so we would offer low to medium mental health support with listening visits, and certainly refer to other mental health providers. As I mentioned, the parenting programmes, any support or advice parents may need in regards to behaviour. We offer toiletry and sleep workshops and targeted play. We're there to support parents as well, so to work with parents to make those changes and to put those changes in place. And that might be at a universal plus level. We do signpost to drug and alcohol support, to food banks, debt services, housing support, domestic abuse organisations, and support for older children. So that may involve referral to the school health. And we do, we would like to get back to attending locality panel meetings, but we do need to, with the early help, we are really keen to sort of re-engage with that. And just to clarify, our role as leads as well, and the expectation that's and what we need to be doing to work together to support these children and families. And then it's just the at the bottom, I've mentioned the Care of the Next Infant programme, and that's a programme that we offer to parents that may have suffered an unexpected loss of a previous child. So what happens is generally we receive a referral from midwives, and then CONI coordinators would go in and contact parents, and if they're happy and if they feel it's something that they want, go in and introduce what the CONI is in preparation for when baby's born. When baby is born, it's a program where we sort of monitor baby more closely. We have got equipment, baby movement equipment, things like that, just to sort of ease any anxieties. And we work closely with the Lullaby Trust with delivering the Coney program. I have included on the next slide, Kerry, the additional services within the team, within Walsall Health Visiting, and I've just put a brief overview of what each service and team offer. So obviously we've got the health in pregnancy team. We have got a specialist health visitor for asylum seekers, refugees, migrants and travelling families. We've got the infant feeding team that we work very closely with, and we've also got a specialist team of health visitors based at the Child Development Centre. Okay, final slide, Kerry, prior to references, is this is just Walsall Health Visiting Service. We're made up of 4 locality teams, and there's a teams, as you can see, and where each team is based. As of Monday, we are commencing a single point of access, and it is 1 number to speak to both parents and professionals to contact health visitors, or alternatively you can email their Walsall Health Visiting Spa. The service is Monday to Friday 9 till 5. It doesn't include bank holidays. There will be a duty health visitor on duty. We are hoping that they're available to take calls. We're very mindful that as health visitors, we're starting to go out more, that parents or professionals would ring in or contact us and there was a delay, so we're quite keen to sort of be that point of access for parents and for professionals. So that commences as of Monday, so that is the number that we are advertising to contact the health visiting teams. And if you do want any further advice in regards to the Walsall Health Visiting Service, I've added the website details at the bottom. Okay, then.
And thank you, Karine.
Okay, thank you. Sorry,
really
I've
helpful.
over.
No, that's fine. I've got one question from Sharon Walker, who's from the early years team with us. So there's a golden letter approach been introduced for eligible 2-year-old nurseries, which you talked about in terms of introducing nursery provision. So she's asking if the letter has been disseminated to health visiting team and nursery nurses. Do you know?
I will find out, Sharon, and I will get back to you.
Yeah, if you will email you Sharon's email address, and then
yes,
we can
please,
link up
and
and make sure that you've had that information.
Yes, I will, and I'll confirm that it has been disseminated.
Yeah. There's no other questions. I'm just going to check if anybody has any questions for Karine, or anybody wants to make any comments. There's lots of information there, and I guess it's really like important that for those children aged 0 to 5 that we really link up with the health visiting team and provide, especially those most vulnerable, provide like that coordinated support. So I'm just checking if there's any questions. I think everything you said was quite clear. No, lots of people are saying just thank you for the information. So what we will do is I'm just going to end and also keep a lookout if anybody's got any questions. But so what we will do is we'll send the PowerPoint presentation, which got all the detail and all the links there that Karine has talked about. If you've got any questions, then there is the contact details of how to get in touch with the health visiting team. We will be uploading the recorded session onto the Safeguarding Partnership website. So if you know of any colleagues that could do with getting the information or having the information, then they'll be able to click on it and re-listen to today's session. And so all there is left for me to say is when you get the email with the PowerPoint presentation, there'll be a link to the evaluation form. So please, if you can complete that. And I also want to say thank you to Karine for making time this Friday out of your busy schedule to come and talk to us about the health visiting team and all the wonderful things that you are doing. So thank you very much. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend and hopefully see you soon. Thanks, Karine. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.